Do you want to feel as worthy as fornication under consent of the king or the queen or whoever? Well, under your own consent. Welcome to my channel. This is Liana, Holistic Intimacy Coach. Here, I help you get your orgasmic intimacy, and in fact, we're going to talk about something extremely important related to orgasmic, which is worthy, okay? A lot of freaking people feel not worthy enough. We're going to work on this today. Here is, first of all, my take as an intimacy coach on what worthiness is built of, relies on, is made of, basically. So, I got here six things that I want to address today, and those are, and let me read them to you first of all. This is the structure. Lovable. Second, feel loved. Third, know themselves. Fourth, trust themselves and their body. Super important. Extremely, extremely important. Fifth, their relationship to pleasure. Yes, part of feeling worthy is what is your relationship to pleasure. And the last one is hold your boundaries. Yeah, hold boundaries. Can't feel worthy unless you hold your boundaries. So we're going to approach all of them super fast. First of all, lovable. Okay, that goes to your inner worth as a lover. You are worthy to be loved, and you believe, you know, you feel this from within. What happens if you don't, or if you're not sure? Well, in action, first of all, you identify this because when people ask you, okay, do you think that person or some person could love you? You kind of go, that's what it looks like. Or thinking of a specific person, when you have like somebody in mind that you would love to be in a relationship with, and you're not sure if they would or could love you, not because you don't know their preferences, but because you're like, why would they love me? Okay, you would start to doubt, or you would doubt, or you wouldn't be sure of the reasons you would be lovable to that person. Essentially, that's where you aren't sure if you're lovable or not. What does that go down to? Every single human being is worthy of love. How do we do that? Like the fastest way, like fast track to being lovable? We love ourselves. Sounds stupid, sounds annoying, sounds whatever, but that's the truth. How do you love yourself? Well, it can look in many different ways, okay? There's not one way in which you can love yourself. You can believe in yourself. You can take it easy on yourself sometimes. You can accept yourself with your failures, your flaws, your just stupid things that you do, especially with the failures. You take care of yourself more. That's one way in which you love yourself. Allow yourself to shine. This one is important. Okay, we all know what we are when we shine. Well, we don't allow it. For whatever reason, we just don't. Maybe we have blockages. Maybe we cave into many things that, negative beliefs about ourselves. Maybe, we're going to go to point number 5, relationship to pleasure. We just, for whatever reason, we're annoyed, angry, disgust at us being in pleasure in various places. So that one, you can't love yourself, or you don't feel lovable because you have a lot of shame around your shine, around your radiance, around your magnetism or your erotic charge. Okay? Being in pleasure in various places doesn't mean being in orgasm. We're not talking about orgasm here. We're talking about embodying pleasure and allowing yourself to embody pleasure in various places. I'm not saying in the workplace. I'm not saying when you're getting an interview for a job. I'm not saying when you're in a lawsuit or something like that. Okay, I'm saying adapt that to the environment, obviously. I'm talking about relaxed social contexts in which you're not allowing yourself to embody your pleasure, but you know you would wish to. So all these things hinder you from feeling lovable, because lovable you are. Everybody is. Universally lovable, I have not even God is. Some even deny the existence of God. Not even Jesus Christ or Buddha were. And I don't know, maybe you can think of other superhumans that walked this earth. They were not universally lovable because people have various, so extremely different tastes and different beliefs around what somebody lovable looks like, acts like, breathes like, embodies like, and so on. And what somebody not lovable looks like, breathes like, walks like, talks like, embodies like. So you can't fight, or you can't expect that everybody have the same tastes and the same preferences and all of that. Objectively speaking, though, you can admit that everybody is aware, okay? Everybody's worthy of love. We all know that. We all want it. Some of us go about being loved in super nasty ways, okay? Super aggressive ways, because we don't know. Some of us don't know how to get love in any other way but doing nasty stuff and aggressive stuff. It's part of the human experience. So, everybody has their way of getting love. The second thing to feel worthy is you actually feel loved. This one is a no-brainer. What is the most sustainable way to feel loved? Obviously, this is like numero uno. Or should I say this in Romanian? Numero uno. You gotta love yourself, basically. If you want to feel loved, and if you really want to tick this one off, work on your self-love. Did you hear that? That was basically the universe letting you know you gotta love yourself. Super important. So cars are honking their horn in the street for you to realize, okay, I gotta love myself, and it's up to you to figure out what is the best way in any given period of your life to love yourself, to feel loved by you. That one task may require individual sessions, coaching, a lot of brainstorm, a lot of meditation just around how do I feel loved? What does it take for me to feel loved? That's an invitation to self-knowledge or inner contemplation. Best way to put it. Speaking of which, the third ingredient in feeling worthy as fuck. Oh my god. Okay, it's super way on into the video. So, the third ingredient is know thyself. And here, the only way that I can provide this for you is to encourage you to follow my practices. I have the playlist here, and you're working with various goals, but you get to know yourself in a very somatic way, okay? And in feeling worthy in intimacy, well, know yourself also physically. You're living your intimacy through your body. Do not neglect your body. Period. Those practices, the playlist here on YouTube, amazing resource. Check that one out. It's bound to give you at least some hints. Then another way to know yourself, check out the 2 guided focusing that I have. The second one is without the commercial debacle. The first one, I'll figure a way around it, but the best thing you can do there is go to the second one with the stages of the erotic. That's going to show a lot of stuff about yourself that maybe you might not know. Stages of the erotic. Yeah. Part of feeling worthy in intimacy is actually knowing yourself and understanding some of the stages that you might go through. That's not common knowledge. That's not something that people speak of. Most YouTube channels don't speak about stages of the erotic. I don't know why. Maybe they don't believe that you people out there want to know about your stages in your erotic life. Most channels do what is popular. I don't do what is popular. I do what is extremely important for you to know. So check out also that guided meditation. I'll put a link under the video, and hopefully I can add it at the end. Fourth ingredient is trust yourself and trust your body. Yes, this is how you feel worthy. What does it mean to trust yourself? Well, your intuition, your values, the meaning that you assign. Trust it. Don't override it. Maybe somebody's extremely attractive and you just don't want to see the person. You don't want to touch the person. You don't want that person to touch you. Or maybe somebody's not so popular or not so well seen, and still you want to be touched, loved, fornicated by the person. So you want to have something. Trust yourself above everything else from the outside. Don't let external factors override your connection to yourself. Essentially, that's what it looks like, especially in intimacy. Definitely, I'm not talking about doing stuff that is harmful or detrimental to other people, specific people, or even to yourself, by the way. Okay, so I'm not going with that. I'm encouraging positive, constructive, thriving, expanding, orgasmic things. Okay, good to know there. What about trusting your body? Well, your body is going to intuitively or instinctively give you signals. Something turns you on. Great. You need to pay attention to your body in order to actually realize, am I turned on or am I turned off by this? Am I lit up or am I dimmed down from this? Or am I in the gray zone or neutral? That can also happen. Trust your body. Don't override it. And that one is extremely, extremely common. People still have the approach of mind over matter. If you've read my Get Your Orgasmic Intimacy book, then you know that I don't advocate for mind over matter. I advocate for mind with matter. The highest form of spirituality is presence in your body. The highest level of intimacy is presence in your body and flowing with your body in those moments. Pure and simple. So trust yourself and then trust your body, the signals, the signs that it gives you. And what do you need to do in order to get to trusting yourself and your body? Connect to yourself, connect to your body. Inner contemplation, meditation, and somatic practices. Period. There is an entire playlist. Go through that and work with those practices as many times as you like. Number 5, your relationship to pleasure. One thing is to know yourself, and then one different thing is to allow yourself to embody pleasure. As I was saying in the beginning, part of our blockages come from not allowing ourselves to embody pleasure in the presence of other people. Granted, it's in an adequate context. I'm not saying embody your pleasure when you're at work, when you're in a trial, when you're performing surgery, or stuff like that. So, apply common sense here, please. I know I'm very boosting with energy right now, but apply common sense to what I say, always. So what does it mean to embody your pleasure and cultivate or develop, grow your relationship to your own pleasure? Presence in the body. Somatic practices. Getting to understand what produces pleasure. And again, what is sustainable? Número uno, you. Remember? And the 6th thing is hold your boundaries. Okay, my biggest pet peeve with spirituality, neo-spirituality, new age, anything, is that they talk about unconditional love and unconditional acceptance of everything that happens. And that is not sustainable from a physical perspective. Had it been so, we could live outside of our planet. We could live underwater without aid. We could live in a volcano, again, without protection. We can't. All right? We cannot. We need to ensure that we have the proper conditions in order to sustain life. Since sexuality and intimacy is lived first and foremost through the body has limitations. And that one is like anybody that talks about unconditional whatever is always getting slapped on their face or on their head or wherever, wherever, by the freaking grounded reality. No, the body can't take everything. So, apply common sense, like I say with everything. So this means hold your boundaries. It's pure and simple. And for that, you need to know yourself and trust your body. Your body's going to let you know when it's comfortable when it feels pleasurable and when it doesn't. And I don't think there is any way in which you can train yourself in a given moment to feel something that you don't feel. Our bodies don't work like that. We learn to work with them, sure. We learn to have somatic opening, okay? We expand our somatic sensations, sure. How do we do that? Practices. Check out the playlist. Really use that. That one is for free and you can definitely use it. And if you want to go deeper, check out my Sex Dojo for Women. There are practices there that you do with your body, on your body. You expand your relationship to pleasure, you understand what works, and gradually, in time, you expand how much erotic energy you can carry in your body, somatic opening. You get sensations in your body that maybe you didn't have before, somatic opening, and all of that. But first of all, in order to do that, you got to work within your boundaries and gradually shift those through practice. They do that on their own. So that's it for today. This is my recipe or my take on feeling worthy as fornication under consent of the king. Hey. And check out all the resources that I mentioned, especially those on YouTube. Okay, they're not going to cost you a thing, but if you check them out, if you really use them daily, weekly, whatever it is, if you really use them, you're going to see gradual, slow shifts in how you feel physically, in how you relate to yourself emotionally, in how you feel loved, feel lovable, all of that. So that's it. I will see you tomorrow with another video. I wish you a worthy of your dreams intimate life.